Let's cut to the chase and show you the best-selling products on Shopee, as I know that's what you're here for. I'm also running my business on Shopee, which I discussed further in the video shown here. I showcased the results of a particular store. As mentioned, many of you have requested more content related to Marketplace, particularly on Shopee. I don't have that much experience yet, but based on the results I'm already getting, I can already bring some products, but also based on the results from my students, friends, and my suppliers. So the information here is pretty exclusive. So let's head to my computer screen because I want to show you these products here. The first product, as incredible as it may seem, is an underrated egg cooker. That's right, but it's totally portable and electric. That's right, for cooking eggs. A lot of people like to eat boiled eggs. I have nothing against it, and many people like it, while others don't. It's either loved or hated. I enjoy it, but not every day. I prefer scrambled eggs, they're better, but a lot of people want a product like this. Precisely because cooking is actually a faster process, you can just store the eggs there. And look at this, a really good price. 424 sold, that's insane, indicating high demand. The product sells well, and there's a crucial detail. When you have a product like this, the customer will want to buy it specifically to control the level of doneness they want for their boiled egg, just the way they like it. Obviously, these are products I'm showing here that are more worthwhile if you have a domestic supplier, and soon, during the video, I'll talk about that. That's why you'll see pricing like this, okay? It's not international dropshipping, obviously. This product sells extremely well, even for international dropshipping. Which is not just this specific keyboard, but this category of keyboard and mouse, 42 rays and 21 cents. Some people don't want a pricey gaming keyboard. They just want a functional keyboard, and this one even includes a mouse for 42 rays and 21 cents. The keyboard's quality doesn't match gaming keyboards, but it's sufficient for work purposes, which is what the person needs. A lot of people are working from home or in a more hybrid setup, going to the office 2 days a week. My sister, just so you have an idea, works like that. She works at a startup, and basically she only goes to the office 2 days a week, and the other days she has to work at her setup at home. I'm actually a big fan of this hybrid format setup. One thing I miss is getting out of the house. I love working from home. I love having my home office, my workspace. I love it. I'm passionate about this here. But sometimes I take my computer to a cafe or co-working space because we miss it. So even someone who works 100% from home still needs the home office kit. A keyboard like this for our $42.21 selling on Shopee with over 697 orders and great reviews. It's within the standard for what the price offers and for the type of audience. The buyer of a keyboard at this price is already aware of what they're purchasing. They simply desire an affordable dynamic keyboard that will fulfill its promises. As long as the keys work, it's fine. It doesn't need to be mechanical. Pulling out the keys is really cool. The person just wants to work. The next product here is a real favorite. This one is a real favorite, which is a thermal cup. It's something that sells a lot, more than 3,400 sold just by this seller here. The product receives a recommended badge due to high sales. Personally, I prefer drinking from a regular cup, even though many people use it for coffee, claiming it keeps the beverage hot longer. However, I still favor the classic coffee mug. It's actually a more classic way to drink coffee. By the way, please leave a comment if you drink coffee in a thermal cup and if it really makes a difference, if it keeps it much hotter. I know these cups are really high quality, and cold drinks like juice with water or a beer really do keep their temperature for much longer. I've even had friends talking about that. But I don't know, it seems like I don't feel like drinking it, but I'm not the target audience. Because the person who drinks a lot of beer, drinks a lot of cold drinks, has a little whiskey on the weekend, likes this kind of product to keep their drink colder for longer. Yes, there is an audience for this, as shown by the numbers here. Over 3,400 sales is crazy and absurd. And obviously there are several types of prices here. 19 reais and 99 cents for the red one, then there's the yellow one. Oh, the price didn't change that much? That's true. The price only changes slightly here. This one is 19.99 reais, while the other is 19.48 reais. Of course, this seller is using a local supplier, paying much less than that. The next one, I believe you might think it's saturated, but it's not. When you do things right, you can succeed even with a saturated product, because in fact, it's not the product that gets saturated, it's the supply, it's the way of selling. Because how could headphones get saturated? Explain to me how headphones like these could get saturated. They won't. More and more new headphones are coming out, Bluetooth with excellent sound quality, with longer battery life, which is what people are looking for. Longer battery life, but also with good quality and still not paying too much. So since international dropshipping, for 5 years, 6 years I've been saying this. What becomes saturated is the offer you create for the product, not the product itself, as new headphones are constantly being released. All the time, in fact, they're going to launch new innovations in these headphones that are really worth selling. And I know you might be thinking, Douglas Souza, okay, a store on Shopee, that's cool, but what about suppliers? How do I get them? As I already mentioned in a video here on the channel, I recommend you work with your drop warehouse. I recommend their excellent plan, which offers access to just the national stock products. They also have a plan where they set up the Shopee store for you with the products already registered. In other words, they deliver the Shopee store already set up with products that have sales potential. Naturally, you must watch the provided video lessons to learn how to manage and adjust settings. It's crucial not to leave it unattended. So later, take a look. I'll leave the link in the description so you can access my supplier, who is actually the one bringing the products to my store on Shopee. The next product isn't even this product itself, which is miniatures. It's impressive how much miniatures sell on the internet. I admit that I neglected this niche, but miniatures sell a lot because men are passionate about cars. Of course, women too. There are many women who are passionate about cars. But it's much more of a passion for men, so we always want the car we have to get a miniature of it. Look at the Hilux one. The Hilux is amazing. Look at this. Look at this. So a lot of people buy this kind of product, not just this one. Look at the Corolla one. More than 1,400 Corollas sold. The big Corolla, the famous big Corolla, the car that never breaks down, the car that's for a lifetime. There it is, the miniature. Look, well deserved. More than 1,400 sales. Look, there's the red one too. There's the white one. So men, they start young, wanting to get miniatures of the cars they get. Then they sell, buy another car, always moving up a step at a time, and they keep buying the miniatures and building this collection. Or sometimes there are people who don't even have the car. They just like to collect, for example, national cars. There are also imported cars. So I'm not even talking specifically about this product, but this category of miniature products is very interesting. It's really good. Right there, the numbers don't lie, okay? Of course, there are different types of pricing. Look, here, look, 85. Then here, look, here it shows exactly that it's without the box, and then it's cheaper. That's fine. And the most interesting thing about all this is that this product here, specifically from this seller, look here, international product, doing drop shipping. That's right, just so you have an idea. In other words, you can do drop shipping easily too and still work with good pricing. The high number of reviews and sales indicate the Hilux's popularity. However, it's not sold through international dropshipping. Nationally, 143 Hilux units were sold at a lower price, as seen from the different pricing. Of course, the Corolla has a bigger audience than the Hilux, even though the Hilux sells a lot too. Toyota is amazing. Toyota sells a lot. So it's an excellent category for you to be able to sell. Whether it's international dropshipping or domestic here, using the supplier from your drop warehouse through Clicks. The next product is these ultra-powerful flashlights. Remember, your target audience will be primarily from rural areas and the countryside. The ideal audience for this product includes people with weed-infested backyards, farms, or ranches who are actively seeking a solution. Look at this, more than 71,000 sales. That's crazy, but not only that. There's a very specific one that, well, I even have to be careful about what I recommend here, just so you understand. There's one that's selling a lot that I don't want to show here on video, precisely because of YouTube's own policies here. It's a specific one that, besides being a flashlight, is also a taser, an electric shock device. Many people, particularly women in large cities, are purchasing it to carry in their purses for self-defense. Honestly, I don't see a problem with that. In countries like ours, with poor security, particularly in large cities, people must take self-defense into their own hands. I won't politicize this. I always prioritize people's well-being and safety, not politics. I believe people are buying a lot, and they're not wrong to be purchasing products like this, basically. A flashlight that also has a taser. I brought this flashlight because 17.14 over 70,000 sales. It's crazy. And look at this. This one is international dropshipping. Crazy, right? But tell me, are you already selling on Shopee? Are you already selling any of these products I mentioned? Share more details in the comments. Let me know if you'd like additional content about Shopee and other online marketplaces. Of course, I have to gain experience because I only like to teach what I actually do. Unlike many self-proclaimed gurus on Instagram and YouTube, I don't recommend platforms without testing them or having real experience. Like I've said before, I don't need to be the guy with the biggest results in the market. I don't need that. But whatever I teach, I have to be testing it myself. I really have to be my own guinea pig so I can actually give you guys quality information here. Well, if you're new here on the channel, don't forget to subscribe. There's content like this every week. And if you're already a regular subscriber here, don't forget to leave your like. Thank you so much, really. Thank you for being with me all these years here. Afterwards, let me know in the comments how long you've been following my content here on YouTube. At the end of the video, I will personally suggest 2 more videos to complement this one's content. That's it. Big hug and bye-bye. Subtitle Adriana.